WSVU North Palm Beach, W240CI North Palm Beach, W295BJ Jupiter, W223CJ West Palm Beach.
Broadcasting live, this is KMA Talk Radio, life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. With your hosts, Honest Abe and Adam K. the Brewmeister. Listen to the show anywhere in the free world at KMATalkRadio.com.
I like to smoke them like Sir Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning, loyal listeners, libertarians, lovers of the leaf, and all you out there in Radio Land. Welcome to another fun, exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, on this, the last day of March in the year 2018. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, as always, America's host with the most, the man with the plan, Honest Abe.
Good morning.
Hello, hello.
Can't believe 1/3 of the year gone already. Boom. Over.
I think the crazy thing is, it feels like just yesterday we were saying the same thing about last year.
I know. I think it's an age thing. I think the older we get, like the ratio of velocity of time and age is like completely correlated. So
I'm sure there's a math problem in there we could figure out, but it's too early. I haven't had enough coffee yet.
The older we get, the faster it goes.
And yes, we're stuck with that. There we have it. It'll be a very interesting show today. We've got a lot of great stuff for you. Jose Cala of Cala Cigars will be here for our Meet Your Maker segment. And an old friend of the program, Jamie Traylor of Lexington Brewing and Distilling, will be here to talk about some new Irish whiskeys.
Well, that should make you happy.
Yes. When has whiskey not made me happy?
Hella yes.
Do you see him smiling? He's got that weird, creepy...
Just creepy.
Yeah.
Just creepy.
When am I not just creepy?
No, you're not always creepy, but
Okay.
you're a little creepy right
The
now.
doctor felt creepy when he was born. Came out of the womb, doctor goes, ooh.
This child is not right.
Yes.
He's not okay. Not good. Not great.
He was so excited about whiskey today that he forgot his KMA Talk Radio shirt.
No, I was running late. I knew I had to get gas, and I was like, I got to run out of the house.
Oh, because putting on the right shirt takes up so much more time.
I didn't even think about it.
Well, see, he keeps it in a special place.
Obviously.
Probably.
Yes. It's in
Well, here's the thing. From now on, if you don't have your shirt, you don't get paid for the show. So I promise you, he won't forget it. He won't forget it again. That's the new rule moving forward.
Wow.
No shirt, no pay.
No shirt.
In fact, let's get these boys a couple of shirts in there,
I
too.
think we did get them a little.
Oh,
a
they
couple
just
of
don't like
shirts.
wearing them?
Well, Colin has his own,
Agenda?
No.
World domination?
Yeah,
That's inconceivable.
Yeah, I know, bro. I don't have it your size. I'm sorry. That's why I'm wearing one, not wearing one either.
We're ordering them, I thought.
I got a custom order.
But we have a couple of guys that have asked for larger shirts, on Facebook.
We have 3X. It's just that we don't make a lot of them.
Oh, we do. Oh, okay. We did.
We did.
Oh, okay.
I think we did.
I know AJ said that he got one out to one of our fans.
Every run we do 3X, but
Okay.
we just don't make a lot of them because.
Oh, get it right, Paul.
I'll just sit
Colin's
down.
feeling feisty this morning, aren't you, buddy? A little bit? Yeah, little, no, okay. We'll see what's going on. It's going to be a very interesting show. It's a lot of great stuff for you. Every week here at KMA Talk Radio, we like to give great things away. Our good friends over at Zycar have the Zycar Caption Contest of the Week. Congratulations to Jeremy Phillips of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa.
He took home last week's Zycar Caption, which apparently got a lot of comments because, well, when you put two lovely ladies on the cover of a caption contest, well, you're going to get a lot of comps.
That could have
Captions
been
and a lot of traction.
my most favorite caption contest in the history of KMA.
If you'd like to take home a great Zycar prize, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, and you could post your best caption on this week's photo of, well, looks like someone's playing giant Jenga and failing miserably. Well, I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure, are just going to go with the easy one of, I said not in the face. That's,
Pretty much it.
pretty much right what they're going to go after.
Come on, there's going to be a lot of options. For
There's a lot of options.
We'll just look at one of your backyard barbecues.
No, I wish it
Okay.
was though.
I just could see that happening.
If it was, I'd play
the
a video.
Graco at the Graco gatherings,
What's that supposed to mean? We don't play Jenga at DeGrocco. We play bocce ball. The last name's DeGrocco.
I was just gonna make a cat comment. I swear. Beat me to it.
We almost got a cat caption contest, but I thought I should slow down on those.
Right.
Slow your roll there, homie. Slow your roll.
I got a soapbox alert this week too. We'll be bringing it up probably later on in the show.
I love when you tease a soapbox.
Yeah,
alert.
sometimes something just gets under my skin, and this week something's been really getting under my skin. So
I hope it wasn't something I did.
no.
I never know.
That's
I
not
never
a
know.
soapbox alert. That's just a daily happening. That's pretty much not even an alert.
Yeah, giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so over the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, post your best caption under that photo, and you can take home a Zygar HumiKit. The perfect thing. It's got a fan, humidification unit, and a digital hygrometer to make sure your cigars are always at the proper temperature. Every week here at KMA, we also like to give away a 5-pack from our good friends Scott Weeks and the guys over at Recluse Cigars in the KMA Recluse Poll of the Week. Last week we asked you, how do you take care of the landscaping at your home? Amazingly enough, 53% of you went with I mow the lawn myself with a cigar and a beverage. 30% said my landscaper mows it. 10% said, well, I'm sorry, why should I care about mowing my lawn? So right up there with that. And 6% of you actually have children that will take care of the lawn. So a lot less people that are watching our show actually have children.
I would think that I assumed, Abe, that you make all your kids go out and do yard work. Or are they too young still?
No, I mean, no.
But they have chores, right? Or no? Do you
Well, there's one right next to you. Why don't you ask her?
do you have chores? What's your chore? She doesn't want to talk about it.
Tell her daddy said speak up, or she's gonna get a
Daddy
whooping.
said speak up. Does Daddy make you do stuff like take out the garbage?
Mommy makes me do that.
Yeah, it sounds. She said mommy makes her do
Yeah.
that stuff.
She
okay.
doesn't. She folds laundry. They do dishes.
Okay.
Ask her. Yeah, she keeps them busy.
Asher does the dishes?
No.
Oh, I thought she said Asher.
No.
I was like, oh no.
He's Asher's still in baby mode, and by far probably the most spoiled.
And would break the
by
dishes.
his mother.
Well, because he's the only boy.
He's the baby boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She thought the boy was going to be for me. It was really for her. It's the truth. It's the truth.
You got to get him out there doing stuff. That's one thing. I always had chores, but not a set schedule. So I'm starting to think that for my kid, we got to have a set schedule.
We got 4 kids in the house, so there's always
something
clothes,
to do, right? Yeah.
Dishes. I mean, the house can be immaculately clean, and literally, in 15 minutes, it looks like people, a herd ran through the house.
Yeah,
so.
that's what a lot of my friends with kids say is that you may be able to afford having somebody to clean once a week and come in, but
No,
it's not worth it anyway because
constant.
they come in and 15 minutes later it's back to where it was.
It's constant. So they get involved, which helps a lot. The girls do dishes. And Petra makes breakfast for them sometimes in the morning, the oldest. So, but they all keep busy. But that's on top of they have an active schedule. They got violin and tennis and other stuff, Paul.
Right. All their
So,
classes
yeah,
and
yeah.
sports and stuff.
Congratulations to Michael Panisi. He took home last week's 5-pack of Recluse Cigars. If you'd like a 5-pack
That's
of
our
Recluse
listener from
cigars,
Australia, down under. Is that right? I think he is.
AJ didn't tell me
It
where he
doesn't
was from,
say
but I have
there.
seen his name
I
many
think
times.
he's our Australian fan.
I think he
That's
might
fantastic. Wow, I don't think I deserved that one, but okay, Colin.
I didn't know we shipped KMA prizes to Australia. I think AJ's going to have to pick up the shipping on that one.
be. I think he might. I was thinking the same thing if that
yeah,
was
that's
him.
usually pretty hefty on the shipping. Anyway,
Unless he's coming around.
if you'd like to win a 5-pack of Recluse Cigars, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, post your caption or vote your vote in this week's poll. Real eggs or plastic eggs for the egg hunt Easter morning? Who uses real eggs in an Easter egg hunt?
Listen, I'm
That's
from Long
the-
Island. I know a
That's
lot
the
of people.
fun part.
Really?
You messed with them. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
not raw eggs. You get the hard-boiled dyed eggs.
No, the fun part's get the raw ones. Not tell them. Nobody does that?
No.
Oh, that's the best.
I know people in Connecticut. It seems like a Hoity
Oh,
thing.
yes. Well, Pinky's up for Connecticut
Yeah,
there. Mhm.
exactly. So they do regular eggs. That's weird.
Can I go on record as saying, I've never participated in an Easter egg hunt?
I could go on
Wow.
record probably saying you haven't participated in probably 90% of the things that most people in the
Right.
world have participated
What
in.
do you mean? When you were a kid, you didn't go on an Easter egg hunt?
No.
Why?
Nobody ever offered me the opportunity to. It was never something we did.
Kind of explains a lot, man.
Wait a second.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Did the Easter Bunny come to your house?
Oh, yeah.
And leave you a
Unfortunately,
basket
Yeah.
Did a tooth fairy ever leave you anything? No.
I got a quarter.
once?
Once.
A couple of times, maybe. I don't remember.
Wait a second.
That was a long time ago.
So you didn't. So when you woke up and you got your Easter basket, that was it. There was no.
Yeah.
Wow.
We never got Easter baskets.
Here's chocolate in your basket. Go about your day.
We never got Easter baskets or we did Easter egg coloring.
Okay. Yeah.
But my parents were immigrants, so they didn't know what an Easter egg hunt is or Easter baskets or any of that.
But they didn't want to be like, since now we're in America, like, let's do it the way the Americans do, or
Well,
no?
they didn't know. It's not like somebody comes over here and gives you a lecture on how the Americans do it when you get here. They still had no clue.
You got a neighbor. Hey, Ron, what do you guys do for Easter?
Neighbors don't talk about that. When I was a junior and I had to tell them what a prom was, it's like, what? I'm like, prom?
You need money to rent what?
You rent what? Yeah, I mean, they didn't
That
know.
is a really good point. Like, there is no group of people that come and show up and say, hey, this is what you should do now.
You don't
not
get
a book.
You don't get a little book that says, welcome to America. This is how we do things here.
This is things we do.
Yeah, there's things we do here. You may want to know a couple key events and terms.
Yeah.
The country.
Yes, fireworks on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
No, it was really, well, I mean, fireworks is one of those things that obviously you go out, you see it, they know what's going on, but like something that happens inside people's houses and proms, and they had no clue. It's funny, but
I guess I don't think of it that way. Yeah.
But
Well, the funny thing
I
is we
didn't
can do a
go
whole-
to anybody's house on Easter, so I didn't even know growing up.
Right.
I was with my family, and they did it our way. We went to church, and everybody got over, and we had a big feast, and we all ate, and whatever. But I didn't realize what I was missing. It wasn't until I got out of the house.
And you're like, Cadbury eggs? These are amazing.
And started getting invited to other people's houses, and like, oh, you do this? Really? Oh, can I look for eggs? It's like, it's brand new. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a different perspective then.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So there we go. That would have made a better poll than real eggs or plastic. Plastic eggs filled with candy. Plastic eggs filled with money, whatever it takes to keep the kids busy enough for me to smoke my morning cigar and not be bothered. Head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, post your vote in this week's poll, and you can take home a 5-pack of Recluse cigars. When we return, Jose Cala Cigars. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Nat Sherman is the leading American luxury brand in premium cigars. From the classic range of the Metropolitan and Host selections to the transformative Timeless collection, their elegant sterling and limited edition offerings, or the bold and commemorative 1930 blend Andy Polka. Everyone has the opportunity to enjoy a Nat Sherman experience. Family owned and operated since 1930, Nat Sherman's tradition of innovation and commitment to excellence reminds us why America's Nat Sherman brand is known as tobacconist to the world.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Quality and value are always the 2 biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva. An unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged. in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. Offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, the Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Monte Cristo has set the standard once again, turning back the hands of time by utilizing a long-forgotten, unique aging process that harmonizes the flavors of the wrapper binder and filler with the use of small pilones. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured is an exquisite cigar you must try now. Available nationally for the first time, Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured features a 2006 Nicaraguan Rosado Oscuro wrapper that is both beautiful and distinctive. This cigar is a masterpiece no one should miss. Make sure you get one today at your local tobacconist. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K, the Brewmeister. With me, of course, the Soapbox King himself, Honest Abe.
Yeah, before I hit my soapbox this morning, what is this I hear about you going to the ice cream museum?
There's like a pop-up store in Miami, and it's the Museum of Ice Cream.
How can a museum be a pop-up?
Well, because it's a temporary fixture. It's like what you know how they have pop-up restaurants.
Yeah, but that's not a museum.
It's not really a museum. Just throwing it out there, it's not a museum. There's a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with ice cream. It's really just you pay $40 each to go in, take pictures in front of like cool, I don't know, paintings.
So basically, what you're telling me is you paid $80 to go to Miami.
$80 plus a $15 per ticket service fee.
Do you get ice cream?
Yeah, you get 4 types of ice cream. You get traditional mochi. You get what they call melted ice cream. So it looks like a carton of milk, but it's actually ice cream that's melted in a carton of milk.
If you would like that, if you'd like to give me $15, I will go over to the street, melt some ice cream, and then give it to you.
Wow.
And I will do that for $10. How's that?
Listen.
And I'll pay for the ice cream.
It was my wife's birthday, and it was something she wanted to do, among with the other gifts I lavished her with this year because she's pregnant, and I wanted to make it special.
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. All right. We only got a few minutes. Let me hit this soapbox.
Soapbox alert. Abe's soapbox alert.
I love it when he shows up and says, "I've got a soapbox," and doesn't say anything about what it is.
Well, because look, I'm a
on.
little peeved this week, and it's both sides of the line here because there's been a whole lot of bashing going on in social media about all these kids going on Life magazine and touring the country, the anti-gun NRA kids.
Sure.
You know, and these guys are bashing them, and I got a problem with that because we forget these are kids. I mean, they were literally wearing diapers last month. Mm-hmm. Okay, they're still playing their Xbox games and are shooting everybody up. Whatever. These kids are pawns. They're literally being used. I mean, it's great that they feel moved. They're talking. They're you know. I remember when I was 18, I thought, man, I knew everything.
Oh, absolutely.
I could take over the world when I was 18.
Yeah.
You know, I had no idea how dumb I was.
Yes.
And what I didn't know.
100%.
These kids are in the same boat. I feel sorry for these kids because, in my opinion, they're just being manipulated by the powers that be to push an agenda that they're not even that educated on. What they are educated on is something very tragic. They're educated in tragedy right now, you know. They part of a tragedy they feel very emotional about. They're going out and talking about it. No, I don't agree with what they're saying. I don't agree they should even be out there talking about it because all they're doing is reiterating most of these facts that were just given to them. But on the other side is you have all these right side guys who are just bashing on these kids. And these kids they don't really have that kind of in-worldly insight and judgment to even understand the mechanics of the manipulation they're involved in. You know, so that's my little issue. And once again, it all comes down to one problem: the media. The media is the problem, man. The media perpetuates 90% of the bad things that happens in the world. You want to start solving some real issues, start solving how you control the media in this world. Because, yeah, free speech works, but you know what? In the words of Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth, some of these people. They just don't know how to deal with it. And that's my problem. I mean, let me give you an example. I was with our good friend Tom Reiner a couple days ago.
No way!
Yeah, don't worry, he didn't ask about you. But I was with my good friend Tom Reiner, and we got together and we were talking. You know, Tom Reiner's from the Ottinger Group.
Yeah.
You know, these guys own hundreds of brands that they work on. So he like is doing a company tour, working like a 3-year stint in different divisions. So I asked him, I said, "What division are you in?" He goes, "I'm with Haribo now." And I thought that was hilarious because I just saw their new gummy bear commercial. Have you seen a little hair, bro? I think it's hilarious.
I know the advertising agency that does it.
I thought it was genius, right? So here I am. I'm thinking this is a genius commercial. Do you know why that commercial was made?
No.
Because in Europe, you can't use children in advertising to pimp candy. But
really?
Yeah, but look at what these other countries are doing to protect children.
Right.
And we'll just slop them all up and throw them on TV and magazine covers for whatever agenda we want. You know, they won't let them sell sugar in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So this is my soapbox, Lord. For the guys on the right, I get your frustration because, you know, you're out there, you're seeing these kids, and, you know, they're comparing that one kid to Hitler who's got his arm up in the air and, you know, all that. You know, I mean, before, you know, and my problem is I believe everything is balance. You know, I believe in gun. I believe in having guns. I believe it's an American right. I should have the right to defend myself. I do believe that people should be psychologically evaluated before you give them a weapon of destruction. I have no problem with that. Yeah, I have a gun, but I have no desire to go out and defend myself because there's a psychopath who has a gun on the other side of the street. So yeah, I do believe that there's a medium here. But these kids and their agenda, the people on their agenda, are just as extreme and ridiculous. They're not solving any problem.
So you think that they're exploiting these kids,
100%.
taking them in a weak moment?
They are 100% being exploited, and these kids have no idea they're being jet-setted. They're being on TV shows and magazine covers, and I'm not mad at them. I picture myself at 17, 18 being involved in a tragedy, being emotionally moved, and yeah, I'm going to go out and march and do all the stuff these kids are doing.
Yeah.
You know, and once again, part of it's parental. You know, these were my kids. I'd be sitting them down, giving them the big picture, the scope of things, trying to help them navigate the emotions they were going through, you know. But yeah, it's a big exploitation thing. And once again, my problem with this country, the media. Comes down to the media, man. When we grasp and somehow figure out how to control or put this media in check, where it does what it's supposed to do and bring you news, we'll solve the problem.
Well, I think a greater problem even there, like even from Kelsey Grammer in 48 Minutes Grateful about the media, if it bleeds, it leads. And when we stop having something that bleeds to lead, that's when we can make a difference. So there you go. Just take that to heart. This has been Abe's Soapbox right here on KMA Talk Radio, bringing you the things that are irking his jaw right now. When we come back, we'll talk to Jose Cala of Cala Cigars right here on KMA Talk Radio. It's going to be a great show. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Joya de Nicaragua proudly announces the release of Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial, a carefully modified recipe containing a unique and exceptional selection of barrel-aged grade A fillers and a beautiful silky shade-grown Habano wrapper. From the legendary Jalapa Valley, produced in small quantities, this exceptional medium to full-bodied cigar will continue to captivate consumers with its rich Nicaraguan complexity, subtle woody and sweet flavors, and a velvety finish. Try a Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial today.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Make sure you try all of Caldwell's lines, including Long Live the King, Blind Man's Bluff, and Eastern Standard, which were all awarded 91 ratings by Cigar Aficionado and Cigar Snob. Do not forget the 93-rated King is Dead, which earned a spot in the top 25 cigars of the year last year by Cigar Aficionado. You can find more information by following Caldwell Cigar Company on Facebook. If you're not running with us, run from us. We own the night. Caldwell Cigar Company.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
If you had to pack a go bag, what would go in it? For Pepe Mendez, it was his rare Pilotico tobacco seeds, which he personally carried to the Dominican Republic half a century ago. In tribute, we introduced the Monte Cristo Pilotico Pepe Mendez, a robust cigar with nutty, leathery notes and a slow burn that marks the rebirth of a golden age. Try the new Monte Cristo at your local cigar lounge, and you may want to pack one to go too. Surgeon General warning, tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease even in non-smokers.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
CLE Cigar Company presents CLE Cigars, Eroa Cigars, and Asylum Cigars. With 4 generations and over 120 years of experience in tobacco. From seed to smoke, these cigars are produced in Honduras and Nicaragua with the utmost care and precision possible. CLE Cigar Company introduces a vast array of tobaccos in various sizes to bring the highest quality of premium tobacco direct for your enjoyment. Visit clecigars.com for more information.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
Good morning.
And now it's time for what we consider to be our favorite part of the show.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
It's time to meet your maker.
This week, KMA Talk Radio is pleased to welcome Jose Cala of Cala Cigars. Beauty in cigars must have all the attributes along with perfect lines and a Dominican Habano wrapper to complete it. The Cala cigar truly has a fantastic eye and appeal for a great smoke. Welcome, Jose. Thank you for being here on KMA Talk Radio.
Thank you for having me.
I love when we get guys like Jose here because, you know, unlike people who I've had interaction with for 20 years, I don't know anything about his brand or anything about the man. So I want to know stuff because half the time when I'm interviewing somebody else, I have to think of questions that I already know the answers to that our listeners may not. So welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got in the cigar business.
Well, happened 2010 is when I really started looking into the cigar business.
What were you doing at the time?
Mortgage banker.
Ugh.
Yeah, 30 years as a mortgage banker.
Really?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a lane change right there.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. So when I go to the Dominican Republic...
are you from there? Or?
I am from there.
Okay.
Yes, I was born there. My parents moved over. My father retired in 1980s.
And what did he do?
He worked for the Teamsters Union.
Okay.
Yeah, out of New Jersey, in Bayonne. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Did his years, went back, goes back home, builds his house in Tamboril, Santiago de los Caballeros in the Dominican Republic. I visit him yearly, you know, see the farm. He brought 20 acres.
Did he really?
Farming tobacco.
Wow. Just stay busy in retirement.
That's it. That's all he wanted. Farming tobacco. He'll farm it. Just let it go. Let somebody else, cultivate it. Process it and all that.
Oh,
stuff.
he's just providing the land for them to use it.
Yeah.
So they're somebody else's sharecropping coming in, taking it.
Yes,
Got it.
Doing it. So, my cousins and my uncle, okay, they've been doing this forever. My uncle's been a master blendsman for 50 years.
Okay, so your uncle is not just providing land; he's actually growing and cultivating.
Well, my father grew and did all that. My uncle,
they were actually
rollers, and master blendsmen. You know,
were they working for themselves? Or they working
no, they were working for our companies, real big companies. My uncle.
Feel free, throw names out. We have no problem with that.
Yeah, we're fishing for names.
Yeah, but all right,
no problem.
My uncle last place he worked for the Flor Dominicana.
Mm.
Okay. He was the master blendsman for Arturo Fuentes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in the days. My cousin is the master blendsman today for them. So he brings in his children to learn the industry. You know, when they were like 16 years old. Cousins are like in their 40s, so they've been doing this long, long time. Go back, you know, they start telling me, listen, why don't you get into this business? And I says, well, you know,
I like
I
like actually having money and not just burning it.
Yes, it's like how am I going to do this? I mean, cultivate this thing, wait 3 or 4 years to put it together. And he says, listen, we're gonna take you and we're gonna show you, how this
Show
is
you the
done.
ropes.
Show
Yeah.
me the ropes. So they take me out. They take me to the supplier. Then they say, this is what it is all about. We have to blend the cigar. We got 3 types of leaves: the ligero, your seco, and your vicio. Okay, then we need to find the right mix, and that's what the master blendsman does.
Right.
Okay, you just don't get a ham sandwich, put ham
Right.
cheese, slap it together. Here you go out there. And these cigars, they all almost a lot of them taste the same. And he says, listen, what we want is something different. That's going to be different out there. It's not just going to be tasting like tobacco. I want it to have a lot of aroma and a lot of flavor. And I said, fine, let's go.
Were you a cigar smoker?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
In
you
the
went-
'80s, when my parents moved down, I mean, actually, I got spoiled because since my uncle worked for the Fuentes,
Right.
and my cousin as well, they would know. Let's say, okay, he's coming next month. My mom would say, and they'll start saving me cigars.
Oh wow.
And then all I would be smoking is Fuentes. So it's so I know a good cigar.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since the '80s, smoking it. So we came up with this blend 4 years after 2010. And we said, okay, this is where we want to be at. And we have to, go through the process. A cigar is not just rolled today and smoked the next day. They take about 3 months, 6 months to cure, some even longer. So that process has to be done in the cigar. So they taught me a lot about the industry. And with my mind, I says, okay, fine. I market it, bring it to the States, and bring these people something new.
So did you start out making your own factory right away?
Yeah, my factory is actually in the Dominican Republic. What happened is my parents passed away in both of them 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I took the house and I made it into a factory.
Wow.
And the 20 acres, I didn't grow anything. I mean, now I'm thinking of probably having somebody grow, more tobacco and stuff and do the same thing my father did. But that's what I did, and I made a factory right out of the house. And that's
how many pairs do you have working in there?
I have 6 pairs. Okay, so a total 12 people.
Yeah.
Then you have the guy that takes off the palillo.
Right.
And,
you
stuff
got 6
like
pairs
that.
producing
Right.
cigars.
Right.
That's about as boutique as it gets.
Yes. This is like something different, special,
Yeah.
A different kind of taste. That's where I want to be at. I just don't want to be like everybody else that you smoke all these different brands, and some of them, they really taste the same. It's like, well, they're made in the same factory. So they put the ring on it, and there you go. You think you're smoking something different, but you're smoking the same thing that everybody else would if they were making it at that factory. So I didn't want to be there. I just wanted to be at my own taste and flavor.
And this is the only thing they're making is just this one cigar in these 4 different sizes?
Yes, this is the Cala cigar. We're doing because this is really a medium to mild. It's mild to medium. It's not a full body. So everybody's saying, hey, we want a full body cigar, yada yada. So I says, okay, fine.
Everybody says they want a full body cigar until you give them a true full
body
cigar. And they
Yeah.
go, what is this?
Yeah, and I tell a lot of people, I says, a full body cigar, I might as well just bite it and chew it. You want that big flavor of tobacco. So the 54-inch, which is coming out this year at the Vegas show, we're going to be out there, is a full body cigar. And also we're doing a 60-inch, and that's going to be full body. We're going to really
And that's going to be different from what we have here in front of us?
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, so there'll be a new blend
oh, yes.
coming.
This is
a new
the
blend.
current line you have out right now.
That's my current line that I have out.
Is it one line?
Yes, the Cala cigar is one line.
And how long have you been selling this cigar?
I've been selling this cigar since 2014. about 4 years.
And how's that been for you?
It's been good. It's
Yeah?
been good. A lot of people like it. Women like it as well. Women smokers. The guys, they're full body. They like it in the morning with their coffee. So it's like, it's really working for us.
Now, are you retired from your previous life?
No, I still,
Right.
Yeah.
So is this kind of like a...
Like a second thing? No.
Putting full time.
I'm putting full time on this. It's a lot of money.
It's
investing
hard.
In,
I feel for a lot of these guys getting
Yes.
into this business. It's got to be a struggle for you getting into doors and getting into people. I mean,
Yes.
I'm not going to lie.
Yes.
Before we booked you on the show, I never heard of you or your brand. I mean,
Yes.
so it's very hard.
Yes.
How you been doing that? How you been
I've
breaking
been doing
that threshold?
Well, I've been doing it with salespeople as well, and they're helping it move. We have people. My cousins are. I have other cousins in Washington D.C. which are moving and like crazy over there.
Right.
I got people in Arizona. Wherever these salesmen, they hit me up, they DM me, and they start talking to me that they want to add something else to the line. So
Portfolio.
yeah. So I says fine, let's do it. Doing it on your own it's very hard. Yeah, it's impossible.
How many stores do you think you're in right now?
I'm about into like 30 stores.
Yeah.
If you all together, yeah.
30 stores.
Yeah.
And for 4 years you've been selling it.
And 4 years selling
Yeah,
it.
it's a tough road.
It's a tough road.
It really
it's a tough road.
What's the price point on your cigar?
My price point on my Robusto in the stores are about $6, $6.50.
It's extremely reasonably priced.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Especially when you're controlling all your own production, you can afford to do that.
I can afford to do that.
Yeah.
And I have my own factory, which it's
Have you done
there,
Have you done a trade show yet?
I haven't done the trade show. We're going
not.
this year. Have not.
Have not. So this is
We're
gonna be
going-
your
yeah,
first
this
year.
first year. So this first year is probably going to be the best
And
as
the-
far
the
as
pavement opening,
exposure.
yeah,
Yeah,
getting
the
some new
marketing.
cars.
Yeah, people are going to really know who we are, and they're going to taste something completely different.
Well, that should help a lot.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Is that like the big times when the first time you can go to the trade show, like that's that next step that you needed?
That's the next step that I needed. Yeah, it's not.
It's a legitimized step.
Yeah.
That's what it
Right.
really is.
Yes.
It's more of a legitimization process. I mean,
Now I'm with the big boys.
well, it's not the big boys, but that's where. Listen, that's where a lot of the big guys
Get
go
recognition.
because I gotta go. I don't go to the trade shows. I really don't have to go at this point in my career. It's kind of like more like I'm supposed to go. I should go. Is the level where I'm at, and all the new guys go because a lot of these guys don't get spoiled where the manufacturers are seeing them or they get to see them. So if you want to go see Rocky and meet him and talk to him about anything, your trade show is the best bet. So it's where the industry is. So for in most guys, especially new companies, they want to get all their dots and their ducks in a row before they get there. The last thing you want to do is get to a trade show, sign up 50 new accounts, and you can't get the product out, and you don't have the distribution. So
Yes.
it's very seldom guy opens up a company and I'm going this year.
Dives right in.
Right.
Absolutely. That's you hit it right on the nail. That's what we wanted to do. It's basically get the feel for the business.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Hey, would you do anything different?" No, I'll do everything the same way I started. Nice and slow. Take it easy, and try to understand the business and what people are looking for. And there's a lot of other things involved in the business that
Absolutely. It's a total package of trying to get everything up
Yeah.
and running.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, more with Jose Cala of Cala Cigars. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Mike Bellady has collaborated with industry legends Don Pepin Garcia, Manuel Quesada, and Ernesto Perez Carrillo to make some of the industry's most highly touted cigars. Through his company, MLB Cigars, Mike brings you 4 incredible and unique blends. Imperia, Imperia Islero, Imperia Aventador, and the David P. Ehrlich Tremont. MLB Cigars are made with the best minds in the industry. Visit us at MLBCigarVentures.com and follow us on social media. Imperia and David P. Ehrlich Cigars. Developed by legends, smoked by connoisseurs.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato cigars.
When Dominican passion, artistry, and skill combine with 114 years of family legacy, you don't just have a cigar, you have the cigar. Whether you love the mild, flavorful La Aurora 1987 Connecticut, the spicy 1962 Corojo, or the always smooth, sweet La Aurora 1903 Cameroon, you aren't just enjoying a part of history, you're lighting your own legacy. Flavor, value, family. Be a part of something. Look to the lion. Smoke La Aurora. We are Dominican defined.
Congratulations, champ, on winning your exhibition fight. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I'm going to smoke one of these amazing Leaf by Oscar cigars.
You mean Leaf by Oscar?
That's what I said, Leaf by Oscar.
It's called Leaf by Oscar, and yes, they are amazing cigars.
See, now you're making me mad. I just want to enjoy my Leaf by Oscar cigar, but you're making fun of me.
It's called Leaf by Oscar.
That's 2 knockouts. Now I get to smoke 2 Leaf by Oscar cigars.
That's Leaf by Oscar.
Hi, this is Rocky Patel, and I'd like to invite you to try one of our decade cigars. This premier cigar received a 95 rating from Cigar Aficionado, one of the highest ratings ever afforded by that magazine. It's a beautiful Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper with fillers from Nicaragua and Honduras. This cigar is medium to full-bodied, rich, complex, yet elegant and well-balanced. I promise you, you're going to love the decade. Try it.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. Insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, Honest Abe.
Good morning.
The man himself. And we are here with Jose Cala in our Meet Your Maker segment. Jose, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
You know, I got a question for you, Jose.
Yes.
I can't remember who I was sitting with. I think I was sitting with Glenn Loop talking recently. Because it just really seems like most of this industry is looking at all this FDA stuff and just kind of acting like it's not happening.
Right.
You know, that's kind of a lot of people we have on the show. I mean, we had some guests in the recent weeks who talked about their collaboration and making new blends, and they're talking about making new blends now, which means it can't be a predicate blend.
Yep.
So they went on national radio and basically admitted to the government, yeah, we're making blends right now, which I find hilarious. You know, if we ever get audited for our audio, half these guys are going to have brands that come on our show and talk. They won't get through the government. But you...
Yes, we totally was there on August 8th, 2016.
Right? I mean,
we
it's
had it
crazy.
finalized. We promise.
So I mean, you obviously post regulation and deeming announcements and all this stuff. Banking industry, you've dealt with government regulation. You're very well probably experienced in dealing with government regulation.
Right.
How is this move during this process seem like it was a good idea? Because you know it affects you, guy like you, more than anybody.
Yes. Well, in 2010, when I decided to go in, I didn't even know that this regulations and what was going to happen. I did have an attorney at the time, which is my same attorney now. He had spoke to me about it, but he says, listen, meanwhile, just go out there, do your stuff, sell the cigars, and let's see where this goes.
Right.
There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of things that's
They're still
happening.
doing that now.
Yeah.
Selling their cigars.
Yeah.
Where it goes.
Keep on. Yeah. Regulations is good, and especially in for stuff like this, and in the banking industry as well. There has to be some regulations. There has to be some certain things you have to follow. But the most disturbing one is the one is if you did not have your cigars out in 2007, then you have to go through all these other things that you have to go through, the testing and all that.
Right.
Well, the biggest question about that is 2007. Who has 2007 fillers, wrappers, and all that selling them today? Nobody. Those cigars are sold. They're done. So now you're talking a different crop, you're talking something different. So why is the year a problem? Why are they sticking to that? And then I think that's going to go away.
It's because they're going after another industry.
Absolutely.
That's the year that the vape products came out, and that's who they're trying to really
So,
nail.
yeah.
That's the year that all the vapes started getting popular and whatever. So they want to make sure none of the vape products fall into a grandfather clause.
Right.
That's why that.
That's
year,
why they.
That's why.
But
they
they could take that out and put us and classify us as a separate. A premium cigar is very different than a cigarette and then a Viper, than none of those other products, and they just have to classify us different.
So, interesting question for you. As a guy who's you've got one line, four sizes. How many cigars do you have in the country right now?
Yeah.
In the country?
In the country, right? Well, like in your
in my warehouse right now, there's like 50,000.
50,000.
Yeah,
And
that's not enough. That's nothing. I mean, there's companies with a lot more.
Well, they roll more than that a day.
Yeah.
This company.
But I'm just saying for someone
For
like
me,
you,
yes.
that's a pretty.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is a real boutique company.
Oh yeah.
Not Drew Estate boutique.
No,
right.
It's like real.
Right.
But the fact that he's
boutique
got
company.
50,000 in the ground in the warehouse, that's still that's a big number even for a guy like you.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you ever think at
Oh,
night?
it's real money.
It's real money.
Real money.
I
That's
look
what
at
it is.
I look at it like if it was wine.
Yeah.
They're being taken care of, babied, and the older they get, the better they get. And a lot of people are going to be tasting cigars that are 2 or 3 years old after they're old. So
Right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So the fillers are about 2 to 3 years old, and especially where we the supplier that we have, and the wrappers are at least a year old. So after you roll the cigar, and you leave it 2 or 3 years, all that filler and everything, it's about another 2 years as well. So the taste is very, very different.
Now, are most of your retail stores up in the East Coast?
Yeah.
You mentioned your relative were up there.
Up there in Washington, Pennsylvania.
Are they the voice of the product? They get it in the stores
Yeah,
for you?
these guys are
Yeah.
bang out. Yeah, Ramon and Socrates, they're bang out. So they're good. As well, they do trade shows, and that's their business.
Yeah.
They set up like trade shows and convention centers and all that. So
For the cigar industry?
No, for any industry.
Any industry.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's their forte, and they know a lot of people, and they moved it here. In Florida, I have several stores, 7 or 8 stores that I do sell to friends and stuff, and in Oklahoma, it's moving, and I'm surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you have in Oklahoma selling it?
I have. I told you, they DM me in Facebook. They like to carry,
Really? That's great.
an extra line, and I'm like, so I'm looking at those areas, and I'm saying, people are gravitating to trying something different.
Well, especially out in Oklahoma, nobody wants to go there.
Yeah,
I mean, you're in Miami. Like everybody in there. A guy's a line cook yesterday. He's making a cigar in Miami today. Everybody and their brother's making a brand in Miami trying to sell it.
Plus, I sell online. The Cala.
You sell direct or online?
I sell direct to the public online.
You sell direct to consumer.
Yeah, consumer. Yeah, CalaCigar.com.
Which is my next question.
Yes.
If people want to find out, is there a retailer locator or anything else at CalaCigars.com?
Yeah, CalaCigars.com. If you want to get cigars there, we did a promo code. It's OPA 10. It's all capital. OPA 10, and we'll give you
OPA?
OPA
10,
and we'll give you 10% off. Okay.
Now, do you sell just by the box online, or do you sell by the sticks?
Oh, I could do box and sticks.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
All right, if someone wanted to try some without committing to a whole box.
Right.
they could
The
do
only
it.
thing is there's a minimum of 3 cigars per order.
that's fine. That's easy.
Yeah. So they could get a 10% off on the cigars.
Wow. So there you go. Here we are at KMA Talk Radio, giving you deals all day, every day. Now, people wanted to find out more. Is there all the social medias? What are the tags for everybody who wants to check you out?
In Instagram, we are under the company name, which is Umo Cigar. It's OOHMO.
OOHMO
_ cigar. That's who we are on Instagram.
Umo.
Yeah, Umo. Yeah, I wanted to spell it in English, and when you read it, you're saying it in Spanish.
What is Umo?
Umo is smoke. Umo, okay. It's smoke. Smoke cigars.
Huh.
There you go.
I learned something
There
new
you
every
go.
day.
You learned the Spanish word.
Now you know.
How did you not know that? I
Donde
mean, I didn't.
Donde está los zapateria? That's about all I got.
Puedo ir al baño.
Un agua, por favor. That's about it.
And Facebook, we're under Jose Cala.
Jose Cala.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Absolutely. So if people want, you got any plans? You going anywhere in the near future? Any events or
Any events? Yeah. We're thinking of probably going out to Chicago and Washington.
My hometown.
Yeah.
Get some Italian beef while you're there.
Little cold out there still. So yeah.
You know what's funny? Chicago's getting way colder now in the later months.
Is it?
We used to be done with winter like in February. Now, February, March, it's still freezing.
Come
on.
April.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one that's noticing this, because
Really?
it's the same thing on Long Island. Like at this point,
Let me tell you something. I grew up having Turkey Bowl, which is Thanksgiving football,
Right.
playing in snow.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Halloween's trick-or-treating in snow.
Yeah, me too. I remember having snow on
They
Halloween.
don't see a first snow till January now in
Yeah,
Chicago.
that's
there's
crazy.
no such thing as
Wow.
a white Christmas anymore. It's a fluke if it snows before Christmas, which is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It really is.
Why didn't we listen to Al Gore when we had the chance?
Well,
no, it's
that's it.
mind-boggling.
Dropping the mic. I'm out. I'm good. I got my last one in for the week. There we go.
It is definitely noticeable.
Thank you. All right.
Well, I guess we're going to see you in a few months in Las
Definitely.
Vegas, so we'll see you
Definitely.
up there, definitely for sure.
Yes.
And
Yes.
wish you the best of luck. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming on.
Thank you, buddy.
Jose
Thank
Cala
you.
Cigars, check them out.
Make sure you check
Thank
out
you.
JoseCalaCigars.com and Smoke Cigars on Instagram. It's going to be
Umo
there.
Cigars,
Yes.
yeah.
When we come back, we're going to see what's new in the news this week with our good friend William Cooper and the cigar-coop.com. All that and more when we come back. Keep it lit.
Win a date with Adam K, the Brewmeister.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
A lot of people going to get hurt.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory. KMA Talk Radio.
Do you love delicious beer? Do you love delicious cigars? Well, we have the perfect cigar for you. The Quesada Keg, a savory Nicaraguan cigar draped in a beautiful Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper and packed in wooden barrels. The Quesada Keg was blended to pair with the traditional Irish stouts we all love to enjoy on St. Patrick's Day. Available in 3 tasty sizes. The Quesada Keg is available for a limited time only, so grab one today before they sell out. The Quesada Keg, the perfect cigar to pair with beer.
The party's always rocking at Spearmint Rhino Gentlemen's Club with drink and dinner specials like the 16-ounce New York strip and mashed potato dinner, $16.95, 5 till 10 daily. And Magnum Mondays with specials on bottles and $3 premiums till midnight. And Warrior Wednesdays, where all vets, current military, and first responders are in free with work ID. All of this greatness while jamming out to DJ Legato and enjoying the finest women in Palm Beach. The Spearmint Rhino Gentlemen's Club, corner of Okeechobee and Military Trail, West Palm Beach.
WSVU North Palm Beach, W240CI North Palm Beach, W295BJ Jupiter, W223CJ West Palm Beach.
This is Eric Espinoza, and over the years, many cigar aficionados have enjoyed my highly rated brands, 601, Murcielago. In the spirit of continuing improvement, I have purchased my own factory, La Zona, in rich and fertile tobacco region of Esteli, Nicaragua. After almost 2 decades in the cigar industry, I have created a brand I finally feel is worthy of my name. Espinoza cigars are made with only the finest tobaccos, hand-selected and aged to perfection. Our cigars are bold in flavor, yet refined to the palate. For more information, visit EspinozaCigars.com.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit sindicato.com.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way, taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Hey fools, how about a game of Cutthroat?
It's your funeral.
That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean?
Wow, tough crowd.
Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're gonna need all the help you can get.
Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those.
Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game.
I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom.
Ooh, that's cold.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato cigars.
When Dominican passion, artistry, and skill combine with 114 years of family legacy, you don't just have a cigar, you have the cigar. Whether you love the mild, flavorful La Aurora 1987 Connecticut, the spicy 1962 Corojo, or the always smooth, sweet La Aurora 1903 Cameroon, you aren't just enjoying a part of history, you're lighting your own legacy, flavor, value, family. Be a part of something. Look to the lion. Smoke La Aurora. We are Dominican defined.
Congratulations, champ, on winning your exhibition fight. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I'm going to smoke one of these amazing Leaf by Oscar cigars.
You mean Leaf by Oscar?
That's what I said, Leaf by Oscar.
It's called Leaf by Oscar, and yes, they are amazing cigars.
See, now you're making me mad. I just want to enjoy my Leaf by Oscar cigar, but you're making fun of me.
It's called Leaf by Oscar.
That's 2 knockouts. Now I get to smoke 2 Leaf by Oscar cigars.
That's Leaf by Oscar.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here on the final day of March 2016. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, March's St. Patrick's Day King himself, Honest Abe.
I had to have a little bit of an intervention during the break.
What?
I had to have an intervention.
With who?
Rudy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he said he wanted a 3X KMA shirt. I said, come on, bro. What do you want to do, wear spandex?
He can't hear you because
I know. I thought he was going to wear a leotard. I said, come on, bro. I'm a 5. There's no way your 3 is going to be comfortable. Leave yourself a little breathing room. So I had an intervention. And he agreed to go with the 4, so we got him covered now.
Are we getting him one?
Yeah, I'm getting myself and him one. I'm going to get him custom ordered.
All right, and then we'll do like a KMA crew picture where
yes.
look as good as these guys.
You don't want to be wearing latex. Like he's wearing like skin-tight latex. 3X.
Some people are into that.
No.
The skinny jeans and stuff.
No.
I wear skinny jeans. I'm a little thicker.
I got news for you. They're not skinny jeans.
I have a pair of skinny jeans, and they're not like real skinny jeans, but... No. I gotta backtrack.
First off, I don't think they make skinny jeans in your waist size.
They do. No. I have them.
I think your waist size in skinny jeans is kind of like an oxymoron.
You know, it's funny you say that because yesterday my wife and I were in Miami, as we were saying, and there was a guy with his kids and his wife. They were walking out of the ice cream museum, and I was like, see, Stephanie, look, he's got the same loafers as me, and he's wearing his white jeans. I gotta wear my white jeans. And she goes... He's also like 50 pounds lighter than you.
Exactly.
I was like, wow.
First off, honestly, I just don't think men should have white jeans.
They're cool, man. No. We live in West Palm. It's
no,
Palm Beach, man.
No. Outside of the one white party, if you're lucky to get invited to every year, there's never a reason to wear white jeans.
Sorry, invalid argument.
I disagree.
Yeah.
And with that, let's see this week what's going on in the news.
What's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
Coop, what's happening? Are you back from all of your travels?
I am back in North Carolina, so yes, I am.
Let's get to the point. Would you wear white jeans?
Maybe at the beach, but in like. But that's it.
That's what I said, a white
but
party.
Coop doesn't live in South Florida. Like, that's a thing. I got pink shorts and
white
yellow
jeans,
shorts.
White jeans? No. White pants, maybe, but not white jeans.
I didn't say pants. I said jeans. Would you?
Okay.
Did you ever own a pair of white jeans?
Yo, Colin owns a pair.
I think like in the 80s I did.
Yeah. I agree with him. Would you allow any of your heterosexual sons to wear white jeans?
No.
There you go.
No.
Where's Robert Caldwell to back me up on this?
You're only proving my point. I shouldn't say that.
So, Scoop.
Style,
Coop,
it's called.
Coop, what's in the news this week?
It's funny. This is the time of the year where it's April Fool's Day, so you get all the April Fool's news. But there is some real news going on, which is good. Mike Bellady from MLB Cigar Ventures has announced a new blend under his David P. Elric brand, and it's going to be his first Maduro. It's called the David P. Elric PLM, And it's basically going to take his original David P. Elric Tremont, which is a cigar he did with Ernesto Perez Carrillo Jr., and it's going to replace the Ecuadorian wrapper with a San Andreas Maduro wrapper. And that cigar is scheduled to be released in June in Fort Worth, Texas, at a launch event at Underground Cigar Shop.
Well, I got to do a big shout out to our good friend Mike Beldy. When he was in here doing his show, he was talking with my oldest daughter, who's a big clam chowder fan, and he ended up sending her a case of clam chowder. Yes.
Oh, he didn't.
Came in the mail. I'm going to post it today. Yes, yes. She's all excited. She can't wait to eat it. But yes, he did send her a case of clam chowder.
Oh my God,
Yes.
that's so funny that he actually did it.
Black Pearl New England clam chowder. Yes.
Wow.
So.
Oh, very cool.
You reminded me I had to give Mike a shout out.
I can't believe we got back to that. Wow. Good on Mike. Way to go. So what else is going on, Coop?
Well, 7 health groups have filed a lawsuit against the FDA. So there are 7
they had
health
nothing
groups
better
out
else to
there.
do.
Yeah, exactly. Led by our quote friends at Tobacco Free Kids, the American Heart Association, the American Lung Association, and 4 other groups. They're basically filing a lawsuit against the FDA because they're unhappy that the FDA has delayed the implementation of the deeming rules for cigars for 3 years. So not a totally unexpected move. Last year they were trying to attach themselves as defendants to the lawsuit that the industry's filing against the FDA.
And didn't they lose?
Basically,
Yes, they did.
and they lost.
Yeah.
And they lost. So these guys aren't going to go away, unfortunately. So now they, instead of joining up with the FDA, they said we're going to sue you guys. So they filed a lawsuit this week, and we'll see what happens with that.
I really hope that anyone who is giving money to these people sees how dumb this is that they're spending all this money on a lawsuit to stay. You're not regulating something fast enough.
Well,
does anybody else see the irony in all of this?
I got news for you, pal. You're giving money to these groups.
Oh, because I paid my taxes.
Yes,
That's
every single one of us who pay taxes fund these stupid lawsuits.
All right, let's move to.
Well, so President Trump doesn't pay them then because he doesn't pay his taxes, right?
Who? Are you fighting one over the bow? All right.
Sorry.
All right, back to the news. No more tangents.
All right, we got some good news here. If you're a Crown Heads fan, the Crown Heads Mule Kick is coming back for 2018. Mule Kick's probably one of the most sought-after Crown Heads releases. It was a variation of the 4 Kick cigar, but with a darker wrapper. Now, this time what they're doing is they're actually changing up the cigar a bit. They're swapping off the Ecuadorian Habano wrapper with, they're going to introduce a Connecticut Habano wrapper, which is actually the same wrapper they use on the 4 Kicks Maduro. And this Connecticut Habano wrapper is actually a very dark wrapper. It almost looks like a broadleaf, but it's not. So this is going to be another limited run by Crown Heads. 10-count boxes, total of 3,000 boxes being produced, and it's going to ship this April.
Wow.
Make sure you look forward to that hitting store shelves this April, or possibly starting in the next couple weeks. So what else is going on, Coop?
Hans Christian Hosgaard, who folks may know, he was the Davidoff CEO.
Part of the fallout?
For 7 years.
Part of the fallout?
Part of the fallout last year.
Yeah, part of the Davidoff fallout, yes.
Yep. He has resurfaced, and a lot of folks are wondering what happened to him. He's not back in the cigar industry, but he's formed a new business consulting company. It's basically a company that's helping build brand equity and brand building, and it's a focus on luxury and premium brands, which is something he's pretty familiar with because he was with George Jensen and Timex before Davidoff, and he's been doing some interviews in Switzerland. He was recently on CNN out there. So he's kind of keeping his footprint in the luxury market right now. Just a lot of folks wondering what happened to HK. He's doing okay.
I'm sure he got a nice severance package anyway, so he's doing fine. He's got that Swiss money to back up on.
Wow.
Yeah. So Coop, what's going on cigar-coop.com this week?
I will be reviewing the Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust Unicorn.
Oh. Really?
Steve Saka's Unicorn. Yep, that will be coming up on Monday.
So that's that budget price cigar he makes, right?
It's that budget price cigar, yeah.
If only for a cool C-note. So You know what? Everybody sit back.
Paul, did you get your samples from Steve Saka for the show?
No.
The $100 unicorn cigar.
Listen,
he didn't send you samples?
Let me tell you something. Steve Saka, I text him, and then he complains to you that I don't text him, and then he wants to come on the show. We want to have him again.
He replied to me.
I know, but he still hasn't given us a date. I've followed up with him twice. I want him here. I love talking to that man. He's so funny.
Okay. Get him on. You're the producer.
I'm trying. He only answers you.
All right.
Well, that being said, I did get us Lou for next Saturday. Lou Rothman will be on the show.
It's a definite. So that's awesome.
He just texted me during the show, and he just got back from Cuba this weekend. So we should have some cool stories there.
My mother-in-law and her husband are going to Cuba next week. Actually,
really?
For the first time.
For just vacation?
Yeah, they're flying down here on Sunday to have Easter dinner with my wife and I, and then he's a big cigar guy. They're traveling to Cuba Monday, and they're going to be there for the week.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, they're excited.
It never gets old
I
for
love
you guys,
Colin.
does it?
I love
it?
Colin.
Never gets old.
I hope everybody else thinks that job
all right,
is funny.
We look forward to hearing all about your review of the Unicorn next week here on KMA Talk Radio. Best of luck and happy smoking, my friend.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, that is. Make sure you check out cigar-coop.com for all the latest news and information and great reviews of wonderful cigars. When we come back, Jamie Traylor of Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Since their humble beginnings in 1998, Drew Estate has believed that the production floor is the crossroads between art and passion, and where the real magic takes place. Drew Estate Master Blender Willie Herrera has crafted a unique medium-bodied line extension that is creamy, lush, and ultra-smooth, and finished off with a flawless shade wrapper that delivers satisfaction in spades. Continuing the story from their factory floor, it is with great bravado that the Drew Estate presents Under Crown Shade, a true Drew experience.
Make your next bold journey an epic one. When it comes to cigars, only one brand delivers intense, unforgettable experiences: Camacho. In continuing this fearless tradition, Camacho brings you the newest addition to its arsenal of badass, the new Camacho BXP. Intense, box-pressed, and crafted with rugged American broadleaf fillers from Pennsylvania. Available in Connecticut, Corojo, and Ecuador. Outfit your next bold journey with the new Camacho BXP.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Bold and complex. That is the new Romeo San Andres by Romeo Lieta. Using the very best San Andres wrapper leaf available in the market, Rafael Nadal and AJ Fernandez collaborated together to create a new standard among San Andres cigars. Medium to full-bodied, This cigar is bountiful in both flavor and aroma. Available nationally for the first time, Romeo San Andres is a cigar you do not want to miss. Make sure to get one today at your local tobacconist. Romeo San Andres by Romeo y Julieta.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, the host with the most, Honest Abe. And we are today joined by our old friend, Jamie Traylor of Lexington Brewing and Distilling. Jamie, welcome back, man.
Well, I'm just going to step outside for the rest of this show. You know, since probably Adam.
A little bromance.
Adam's going to take it over completely.
Well, you know, when people show up bringing things that are some of my favorite things in life, you know,
I like that.
So,
rainbows and unicorns.
Those who don't know, Jamie has been here before talking about Town Branch bourbon made in Lexington, Kentucky, and of course the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Aged and other beer that is made by Lexington over there. Jamie, how's everything been, man? It seems like you've been busy.
Everything's been well, man. We've been super busy, actually. Today I brought for you guys, we've launched our Irish whiskeys from Dublin, brand new to the market. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, we're just talking about, I mean, Irish whiskey's kind of been like always under the radar. Is it becoming now trending? Is it
trending?
Popular?
Very much so. Trending.
Yeah.
Yes. Very much
This
so.
is the Irish whiskey one?
Well, all four. They're all different expressions. So
these are all four Irish
These are all
here.
four Irish whiskeys here. And then I brought a special American single malt barrel proof from our distillery in Lexington, but we'll try that one later.
All right.
So
I'm like shaking about that one. Just saying. That sounds delightful.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So what have you? Let's start with. We've already before we even got in, and you started out. You poured off the first expression.
Well, you know, that's how I do it, right?
Exactly. So what did we start with today?
All right. Well, today this is the green label. It's Pierce. It's the original.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit about. I poured you some in a glass right there. All right.
I'll get it on
So Dr. Lyons is an Irishman. We've talked about this before, but real quick, he actually
who was the founder and actually bought Lexington
Brewing and Distilling Company. Yes, Alltech is our mother company in Lexington. We're a yeast animal feed company first and foremost, but then the Brewing and Distillery is another subsidy of that, and now the distillery in Ireland. But Doc just passed away March 8th, but he was able to see his legacy of his distillery in Ireland be built and his spirits be completed before he passed. So that's kind of a cool thing.
Wow.
So we're kind of carrying on the tradition now with that. But today I have four expressions for you guys. We're going to start off with the original. Mm-hmm. This is going to be more of just like the go-to for the people that like to take shooter whiskeys, you know, like the names that everybody knows of. That's kind of what we're going on that range here. This is a 38% malt, 62% grain mash bill. Mm-hmm. So these are all actually blended with the exception of this one here. This will be a 12-year single malt. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Oh, hello.
So
hello,
and
precious.
what separates us from everybody else is the fact that we are a distillery in Lex, and we send our bourbon barrels to Ireland. So we're putting all of our Irish whiskey into our own bourbon barrels now.
Which is interesting because, you know, a lot of people don't understand that, whiskey is aged. It is something that needs to be aged. It is something that needs to have craft and beautiful creativeness to go into it. And now Irish whiskeys is something where people are taking bourbon barrels, where bourbon has to be put into a new oak barrel every time you age it, but Irish whiskeys don't necessarily have that, and the same thing with scotches,
correct,
where they're also aging that in different barrels that have been previously used by other things.
He is the brewmeister for a reason, right?
He can go all day. That's why I'm laughing over here. Because he just goes off into a tangent. Wait till he has a couple of these. Well, you know.
We'll probably have a couple of these. Yeah, so he's definitely right about that. But we actually use our bourbon barrels, so that's pretty neat. And technically, for Irish whiskey to be an Irish whiskey, it has to be distilled for the minimum. I mean, it has to sit in a barrel for a minimum of 3 years.
Yep.
So this guy is a blend of 3 to 5 year, and some of our juice is sourced. So we use
What does that mean? Some of our juice is sourced.
So our whiskey. So there's only 3 distilleries in Ireland that actually produce Irish whiskey. We get ours from Cooley, for the most part, with the exception of like 15 or 20% of our own malt comes from our barrels itself. So we're not scared to say that we get our stuff from Cooley. So it's kind of a cool story. But we do use some of our own malts, and we actually use our own barrels. So now we just put our stills into our distillery. So St. James Cathedral St. James Gate's like basically right by Guinness. We made a church. We converted a church into a distillery.
Now, as most churches should be, in my
That's
opinion.
awesome.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this is going to be more of like.
Is this one here?
Yes, yes, sir. They're the same. Yep, those two are the same.
Oh, the same. Okay.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have one more joining us.
I'm gonna jump in a second.
All right.
Paul's waiting until the commercial.
I'm gonna ask a question for Adam that's really important. You know, his real big question would be, when will this be available at his Whole Foods bar?
Well,
you want to go tomorrow, Paul?
Actually, Whole Foods carries our bourbon ale on draft.
Do
so.
they really?
Mhm.
I see. That's what I like. That's what I drink, right? And when I go to the shop, I always drink that. I think
That's
is an
fantastic.
amazing beer.
Thank you. That's me.
So, I mean, a lot of people don't understand, like, Irish whiskey does not have, like, for those of you who are bourbon drinkers, Irish whiskey has a more soft palate cleansing appeal to it. It doesn't
Correct.
have that Americanized version of where you're going to get, like, especially if you're drinking, like, a full hard, like a wild turkey, where it's going to get that whiskey burn in you.
You're definitely going to get a little heat, a little bit more char from a barrel on bourbon than you would Irish whiskey. So you might get a little bit of a smokiness on this one, and almost a peat note. That is because that 15% of our malt, we age it in bourbon stout barrels. So that's where that smokiness comes from the stout barrels.
It's amazing how much different process and techniques.
It's
go into it.
unbelievable.
It really is. Nobody has a clue.
So when you say bourbon stout barrels, you mean barrels that were used for bourbon, then
Correct.
they can't be used for bourbon anymore.
Right.
Then you use them for beer.
That's correct.
Then you
Stout beer.
go right, and then you go back and you age
Yes.
the whiskey in
We
that
actually,
barrel.
kind of a cool story. We actually age our American single malt whiskey. This one.
Let me see that
This
one.
is barrel proof, but we have a Pierce Lands Reserve, and we also barrel age our rye whiskey. So we use our barrels 3 times in the States.
Wow.
And now, since our distillery is up and running in Dublin, we're now using our barrels 4 times.
Now, this
So-
one here can only be purchased at your distillery.
Yes, that's a
This
special.
is like a rare special.
That's a rare bottle. There was only,
bottle.
what does that say? There was only, that's 131. There's probably only 160 bottles of that out of that one single barrel.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Have you ever done the bourbon trail in Kentucky, Abe?
No.
Oh, you got to do it.
Oh my!
It's fantastic.
It's life changing.
It
Well,
is.
we're trying to plan our summer vacation. Good place for the kids. Take them on a bourbon trail.
Yeah, they'll
No?
love it.
No?
Actually, you know what? Louisville's actually not. Probably it's pretty friendly for the kids.
It
'cause
really
they-
is.
I
Yeah,
gotta
they-
tell you, that face she made there when you said bourbon trail for the kids.
What'd she
was-
say? No
she,
bourbon?
She had this face like, you're going to take me where?
They have the Bat Museum, the Louisville Slugger Bat.
They do.
That you can
Oh,
go
okay.
to.
Yep.
There's stuff in the city, but once you get out to like where all the distilleries are, I don't know if she's going to want to hang out in Maker's Mark. They got a couple of dogs running around there though, and sure, Bill Samuels will.
Yeah, you got Makers and Heavens Hill and Willett closest to the Louisville area, which are all 3 are very neat distilleries to check out.
Well, I'm actually really surprised at how strong Irish whiskey is coming back because, I mean, it's always been around. I used to have a lot of Irish, as my Irish friends would call it. It's a wee bit of a creature,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
yes, sir.
You know,
Well said. Oh.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you. But it's actually, it's very good. I mean,
Thank you.
Just, very clean,
enjoying it more than I
palate
expected because
enjoyable.
I'm not really an Irish whiskey guy.
But you always say that with stuff. But I find when we have good product, you enjoy it. It's you like
That's
you
probably what
like
it
the
is.
nicer stuff.
That's probably what it is. I'm probably used to drinking the slop.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting served slop.
The stuff that you have with a pickleback
Yeah.
behind it.
The pickleback.
Exactly.
You will never find me with a pickleback on anything.
Me neither. Thank you, sir.
I used to when we did the show, the off-Broadway show, we used to have picklebacks all the time to get, from 3 shows in a day.
We are pouring the next flight, and we're going to talk about that when we get back and get all into what the next one we have here is going to be when we come back. But we have to take a short break and pay the bills because, well, otherwise we wouldn't be here because that's what KMA Talk Radio is all about. More whiskey and more information you can't live without when we come back right here on KMA Talk Radio.
right.
Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
Nestor Miranda has always believed it's not just cigars, it's a lifestyle. And the Nestor Miranda collection is handmade at My Father Cigars in Esteli, Nicaragua for your lifestyle. It doesn't matter if you're smooth like the Connecticut, mellow as a Habano, bold like the Maduro, or spicy like the all-new Corojo. The Nestor Miranda collection is blended with your lifestyle in mind. 4 sizes, 4 blends, 1 life. Celebrate your lifestyle with the cigars of the Nestor Miranda collection today.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit sindicato.com.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Zycar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Zycar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Zycar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I'm Adam K, the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
Hey, hey, hey.
And we are here once again with Jamie Traylor from Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company.
Howdy.
Hey, hey.
Everybody watching.
Prost. Good men's.
I have to ask you.
Yes, sir.
What does Irish whiskey and widespread panic have in common?
Oh, man, they go hand in hand.
Why?
It's just us widespread panic fans love to drink some whiskey.
Is that what it is?
Rock and roll. Somebody ask you a question about that?
Yeah, Jason Lee Petty.
All right, Jason Petty knows what's up. Shout out to Jason Lee Petty, buddy.
So
Rowdy,
all right. Now, before we went to break, we had poured the second in what is, let's call this the regular line.
Which one is this?
These two. This is the distiller's choice.
I think I showed this one earlier.
Yeah, that's actually one that we are creating to be more cocktail focused.
Do you make what's your cocktails that you would make with Irish whiskey?
Well, there's all kinds of different things. I personally drink all my spirits neat, or maybe with a splash of water.
Okay, but if I was going to make a cocktail, what would it be? Is there an Irish whiskey cocktail or no?
I'm sure there is. I'm not a mixologist, but I do have a recipe book at home for that reason.
Hey, Paul, look up Irish cocktail whiskey.
I'm sure you could find something.
You can probably make a Irish whiskey Manhattan, an Irish whiskey old fashioned.
So basically anything you'd put bourbon or
regular whiskey, you can intermingle with those other.
Is there an Irish whiskey sour?
I'm sure there.
I'm sure there is. Yeah, there's a place in Manhattan that I go to that does drinks like that.
They let you in?
I was
Yeah.
about to say, man, they let you in.
Listen, I'm a classy individual. They just don't know my last name is DeGracco, so they allow me into the Irish pub.
Classy individual?
Yeah, I'm very classy.
So my little rule of thumb, real quick, is water still, bourbon whiskey neat, and then coffee black. So that's kind of what I live by.
Nice.
Man after my own heart.
Simple way to live.
You know.
Now this.
I don't need all that extra
No sparkling water for you?
No, not for me.
Wow.
A little lime, a little twist of lemon.
Sometimes.
A little orange zest on that water.
It depends on the day. It depends on how hot in Florida it is, you know. Sometimes you need that little extra, like, citrus.
So this obviously has a little less body than the first one we had. And, you know, it definitely doesn't have, as you were saying, the charred oakness.
It's a lot more floral than I thought
Exactly.
it'd be.
That's why it's
It really
more
is.
cocktail focused.
This is way more floral
because of
than
the
I
floral
expected
notes.
it.
Yep. Yeah, this is actually a 4 to 9 year blend. And we use a portion of this, yet again, this is in bourbon barrel ale barrels instead of the stout barrels. So that's where that whole like smokiness goes away from this one, or from this one into this one. So this is more of a shooter. This is more of a cocktail focused drink. Because of that, you're getting that floral note from it.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That wasn't me, just so you know.
And this is called the Distiller's Choice.
I didn't realize. I really thought that was you.
We're talking
Let's say
about
that
all
one more time.
Wow.
Wow.
He had so many of them.
That's great.
So what are the price points on both of these that we've gone through first?
Well, they're going to be retail, and your local total TW is going to carry them first and foremost. That's the big box. We're just now getting into the United States with these. So this one's going to be about $30, and then they jump in prices $10 up. So with basically the price is going to be like
that order.
30, 40, 55, and then 65 or 70.
And this one you'll never get.
And that one, that's why I brought that. You guys are going to get to try it.
Really?
You never know. I like y'all enough that y'all might get a bottle at the shop one day. It might just pop up there.
Just make sure you don't give it to him.
Oh, it won't go to him.
You're crazy bringing it to the shop.
No.
He's going to drink it.
Not if you give it to well, he isn't. As long as he pays
He's
retail,
going to savor
it. As long as he pays retail,
There
he
you
can
go.
drink it all he wants.
All right. So then what is the story, and why are we calling it the Founder's Choice?
Well, the Founder's Choice. So this is a 12-year single malt that was handpicked by Dr. Lyons from Cooley. There was only 1,800 bottles of this ever made. He handpicked it, so that's why it's Founder's Choice. He tasted lots of different barrels.
So when those 1,800 bottles are gone,
they're gone.
It's
There's no
gone.
more ever again.
Oh.
Little secret, I have a few at my house. Just
In case the zombie apocalypse comes, you're ready. Got it.
I've been ready for that.
Everybody loves the limited edition stuff.
Of course. And that's the
cigars.
thing, too. You know, it's exactly the same with cigars.
Yeah.
Of course.
You guys were talking about y'all's C-Note cigar earlier or whatever?
I am a member of the zombie outbreak response team. Just
Are
so
you?
know.
Oh, nice.
Yes. See?
Hold on, hold it up.
Yes.
Is that where that's going? All right.
Here you go, Mr.
What
Abe. Let me get you some
what
of
is
this.
that? I
I'm a
don't-
member of the zombie outbreak response team.
Oh, so you're prepared?
Yes. First call on duty, frontline guy. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I got to come in there.
Yes, as we know,
So this is actually my personal favorite because I'm a single malt guy, and that's why I actually brought this one because this is a single malt as well.
And now, for those paying attention at home, if we want to look at that, or I don't even know what camera he left this on, you'll notice a lot of the times on Irish whiskeys, you get a lot more clear. It is a more yellow, complex coloration than when a lot of your bourbons are more darker or other whiskeys in that darker fashion.
And that was a good thing to bring up also. A lot of Irish whiskeys, some of them, well, most of them, use like a kind of a caramel color to add more darkness. You won't get any of that in our stuff. All of our stuff is 100% natural. We don't put anything to it. Whatever, it's getting this color from the barrel. Whatever that barrel color is, that's what it comes out at.
And
my daughter might have to drive me home.
She might have to.
So people, a lot of companies add caramel color?
Some people, yes. I won't say a lot, but yes, yes. There's a
Are you
vast
really shocked
majority
by that?
Yeah,
With
because
all the
whiskey is such a...
preservatives
Wow.
Well, not to mention, people also
Listen,
will color
I got
their
news-
cigars.
I was going to say, I got news for you. There's
Do they
cigar
really?
yeah. Making a real Maduro is time. The cigars have to ferment.
So they
and bake.
dye them?
They dye them.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And every industry has its shortcut, people.
Sure.
All right, but
Please
if
never
I...
let me smoke one of those guys.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, you're going to let me know when I take one.
You'll know when you smoke it and
tastes-
realize that all your lips are turning black.
And there's stuff on your fingers.
Yes.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
I wish we had a camera on Paul right
I
now.
want to say wow, but I can't. Wow.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. It's very less common now than it was during the boom because no one could keep up with demand. So everybody was coloring stuff. Now you have to be really short-sighted and more on company color your cigars because at this point everybody kind of knows
because they'll find out.
Yeah, but it was very prolific back in like the early 2000s.
Not to mention everyone will call you out on social media for doing it and be like, "Hey, look."
Yeah, there was no social media back then, you know. Yeah, so it's not that common today.
All the bloggers immediately when they taste it.
Social media has killed a lot of things, for good and bad. But you know.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, do you get the 100% just single malt, just that 12-year, nice barrel finish? There's nothing to it. It's nothing super overly complex. It's just nice and tasty, and you can tell.
Oh, this is so extremely less floral and different from the other
it's
one.
a completely.
This is like the other spectrum.
Yes, sir. Well, that's why we did these two first.
This is what I call the
two.
rocket fuel whiskey.
Fair enough. I would call it that too.
I mean, it's the more like the strong liquor. You know,
this is the one that the old timers will sit down and they're going to drink one glass of it and be like, yeah, this is. Especially for Scotch drinkers, they want that peat, they want that old age. If you're trying to turn them over into an Irish whiskey or even like a single malt whiskey from America, this is this kind of stuff that you would turn them on to.
I love a Scotch when it's slightly chilly out. Sit outside with a Scotch and a cigar, or even I have a pipe that I smoke once a year. But this is delicious.
Thank you. Put some crip in there in that pipe.
Oh,
I don't even know what that means.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
The back end on this is amazing.
Yeah, it's my favorite of what we make. This is the one that everybody's really blown away with.
And Colin likes
it when Adam says the back end.
Right, he's isolating.
Because Adam's so enamored with back end.
The back end of this is so fantastic.
He loves the back end flavor. I'm a back end man.
It's a lot of earthy almost. It's a very earthy note to it, so it's a very interesting. Especially you don't notice in the front; it's not there in the middle, but it's right in there in the back.
He just went right into the professional.
And honestly, it doesn't even finish that strongly on the back end. It's a little bit of heat, but it's gone. It goes away.
No, there's a roundness to the end.
It's very round. Yes, you're absolutely right.
And what is a roundness?
So it tapers off. So instead of having that harsh, where you're stuck with that harsh alcohol-y taste,
kind of like wasabi.
Yeah, I get. I mean, that's a different type.
But
it's
rounded at the end. It just comes out.
That's not rounded.
No,
wasabi's not.
I thought you said the flavor tapers off. Like wasabi's real hot for a moment, and then tapers off completely.
Does it?
Wasabi, absolutely.
Oh my god, it lasts forever.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I almost want to say that it's almost like it's a very floral
hot
note.
Sauce. Oh, you're back on the drink.
I'm back on the whiskey.
I thought we were talking wasabi and hot sauce.
You can talk about that, but I'm trying to just pinpoint. I almost want to say it's almost not juniper, but it's almost on that. It's very floral.
Colin and Paul are like two 8-year-olds. Colin,
I know, right?
Colin's in there laughing when Adam says back end. He gets all excited.
Well, I'm wasted
now. And Paul is in there mimicking Adam holding the glass, all bodily deformed the way Adam normally stands.
Drunk again?
Yeah, I'm watching you guys. The cameras should be in that room.
Oh wait, hold on. So
that's
we
the
moved
room.
to Cooper
the
Select already. Sorry, I'm taking
yes.
too
Did you?
Nope.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm taking it to Savor.
Hey man, we're having a good time.
Savor the flavor.
That's what it's all
Yeah,
about.
That's what I come here for, to have good times, y'all.
This is what we're here about.
We might get quote rowdy after a few of these.
Oh, it's all about the
widespread
rowdy.
panic and Irish whiskey, right?
I think my daughter's really gonna have to drive me home.
She can. We'll put some bricks on the pedal.
Just look at her face.
I got a couple phone books in the back seat.
She's like my dad. Oh my goodness.
You're the one that wanted to come today. You asked.
She didn't know what she was getting herself into.
I always ask why when you have a child here. It's always fun to find out why. Like sometimes it's just they ask, "Dad, can I come with you?"
No, they
but
fight.
Other times they get in trouble.
No. They never have to come with trouble. They fight because it's like fun for them to come with me.
Oh yeah.
So it's like they race to be the first one to ask me in the morning.
All right. So we now have. Hold on. You can put this right in front of that. We now have the Irish whiskey Cooper Select. This is a sherry cask.
So it's basically a 9-year. It's 4.5 years in our bourbon barrels. And then it's finished in freshly decanted Oloroso sherry cask.
Mm-hmm.
So
what is the malt bill on this? I'm very
the malt
curious.
bill on that is 85% malt and then 15% barley.
Oh, really? So it's got a barley on it. I think your phone's on, Abe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Nice.
I'm picking that up.
Oh, that's
not my phone.
That's my phone.
Oh,
got it.
I'm sitting
I
there
heard.
going,
I was just gonna come in there. I just heard like a
that was
slight
me.
something.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm a professional, Adam.
I
know how to
knew
put
you
the
were
sound
on.
on
Oh,
my
no.
phone.
I didn't know Jamie had it on.
My thing
Sorry,
ran for 2
my bad.
hours.
My bad, guys.
I'm glad Abe did his soapbox before, because now after a couple of these,
You know.
Yeah, so
Right?
just a FYI, I'm very new to the Irish whiskey scene, so these are all very new to me. So as I am kind of talking to you guys about it, I'm still learning too.
As a packaging guy, a marketing guy, I like the shape of the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It's very sleek.
that's so crazy that you said that. I thought that immediately. That is a great bottle.
I'm a marketing guy.
Dr. Lyons' wife, she is a master at marketing.
This is a very sleek, neat-looking bottle. One that you'd say, "Ooh, I'd like to have that on my shelf somewhere." You
That's
know?
why we make it.
Yeah.
There's so many whiskeys out there on the shelf. You have to be
Because it's not your typical whiskey bottle. I'm thinking like a Bushmills or a Johnny Walker. It's not your whiskey bottle. This is actually very nice packaging.
Thank you. We like to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah, we take pride in everything.
You could let her know that I said so. So now
I will. I'll definitely let her know that. Yeah. So this is the one that everybody's really been just like, oh my gosh, this is what we love. This is kind of reinventing Irish whiskey here, putting it in a sherry cask.
I'll be right there.
You got to be right here.
Oh, wow.
You like that?
Oh, yeah. What is okay? 42% by volume, so an 84 proof.
Yeah, they're all the same. They're all the
right.
same proof.
I was making sure that most usually you get in the 80 proof on the Irish whiskeys, but this has just got a beautiful balance to it, and you really get, it definitely has that sherry cask note.
It has amazing sherry notes in there.
If you're familiar with what a sherry cask usually comes out to, you can definitely pick it up that that's what's really going on there, and it really comes out.
Do you notice how Adam's humanity comes out more after some drinks?
Hey, I should just be here every week, right?
Absolutely, we need a new guest host.
I've always said that we should IV like liquor to him while he's on the job. He'd be so much more tolerable at work if we just IV'd some liquor to him.
Hey, couple of shots here, a couple of shots now. Why not? Hey,
you get any like raisins or vanilla or any?
You're way past your break. Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
We're just doing the whiskey. This is a floating break. It's not an actual break.
I'm just letting you know.
I know.
Well, we have a short asylum too. This
exactly.
week, so that helps.
So yeah, we got plenty of time.
Well, and you have your producer walking in and out too. So
yeah,
I mean,
you're not doing that. That'd be great.
That's fantastic.
Now they're imitating each other. Wow.
Wow.
And yes, once again, KMA Talk Radio is falling off the wheels. We will have more whiskey and see who belongs in a cigar insane asylum when we come back. Keep it lit.
All right.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
This is Eric Espinoza, and over the years, many cigar aficionados have enjoyed my highly rated brands. 601, Murcielago. In the spirit of continuing improvement, I have purchased my own factory, La Zona, in rich and fertile tobacco region of Estelí, Nicaragua. After almost 2 decades in the cigar industry, I have created a brand I finally feel is worthy of my name. Espinoza cigars are made with only the finest tobaccos, hand-selected and aged to perfection. Our cigars are bold in flavor, yet refined to the palate. For more information, visit EspinozaCigars.com.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Estelí, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Estelí, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Estelí and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Mike Bellady has collaborated with industry legends Don Pepin Garcia, Manuel Quesada, and Ernesto Perez Carrillo to make some of the industry's most highly touted cigars. Through his company, MLB Cigars, Mike brings you 4 incredible and unique blends. Imperia Islero, Imperia Aventador, and the David P. Ehrlich Tremont. MLB Cigars are made with the best minds in the industry. Visit us at MLBCigarVentures.com and follow us on social media. Imperia and David P. Ehrlich Cigars. Developed by legends, smoked by connoisseurs.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Cala Cigars by Cala Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Hey, fools, how about a game of Cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're gonna need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Laws. Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. This is episode 291.
291. Man, you guys are killing it.
I don't know. All I can say is thank God this guy from Cala Cigars left his little brochure, because it's got hot as heck in here.
It's getting
hot in here. I'm demanding myself. How hot did it get in here?
A little bit.
Yes. Irish whiskey will do that to you.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of the creature to warm me on.
Abe's drinking it neat over here.
Who said a little bit? It's a wee bit of the key.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
We are here with Jamie Traylor from Lexington Brewing. We are talking about Irish whiskeys today. And if you've missed any part of this, make sure you go back and listen to all the archives for all the fun and excitement on KMATalkRadio.com. So we've gone through the Pierce collection. We've gone through the beauty of, we've gradually gone up. The last one we had was the sherry cask, which has a lovely raisin floral note and just has that great sherry casking aged to it, and is just a clean, refreshing, it's going to put you in trouble if you're not too careful, kind of a whiskey. And it's a wonderful piece that you can find, hopefully at your local...
Hopefully,
I don't know where he's going. He's losing it.
Yeah.
What cigars do you recommend here?
Hopefully this will be at your local Smoke Inn soon.
Yeah.
Yes. Or any cigar bar.
Yeah.
Or any cigar bar.
Across the country.
What are you
Across
recommending
the country.
with this
All
line
right.
of
Now, if you get a chance to get the 12-year, which is only 1,800 bottles, that's definitely don't want something overpowering. I would definitely go a Padron Natural, especially the 64.
So a Nicaraguan or full-bodied cigar would fit it very well.
Right, but don't go Maduro.
Got it.
Don't go Maduro, because that is really.
Let me
just
clean this bottle up before you pour that in there.
Will it
you got it.
Will it overpower?
Right, because the thing about Irish whiskeys is they're not big booming whiskey. They are a cleaner, lighter. They have a much more dainty kind of it's a bad way to kind of express it, but they're not going to overpower the way your palate is going to take it.
Got it.
So when you're enjoying it, definitely like a 64 and a natural. Don't go Maduro, or another good cigar to go with it. Oh, actually, you know what? Scott Weeks, the Habano Amadeus. That would be another one, the iconic Amadeus Habano.
Now, this is the stuff we would never be able to... Wow, look at the legs on this.
Unless you go to Lex and you can get it from our distillery,
Can I please go to Lexington?
While Abe takes his children on the bourbon trail, we might be able to get him a tour of the distillery and the brewery, so you guys can get you a bottle while you're there.
If we have any people that are in the area thinking about going to Lexington, they do offer brewery tours and distillery
We
tours,
do. We
right?
do a brewery tour every hour on the hour, Monday through Saturday.
Wow.
And it's really cool. We're the only brewery and distillery in Lex, or in basically Kentucky, and probably there's only a few in the United States. So you get to see our brewery and our distillery side by side. And you can taste all of our whiskeys and all of our beers. So you could leave there feeling pretty good.
It's part of the tour to try everything, or is there
Well,
a
we
tasting
give you
room separate?
it's kind of a tasting room. We give you tickets, so
Okay.
you can try the beers, or you can try the bourbons and the whiskeys, or you can try both. You just kind of got to pick your battle.
Am I just inebriated, or is the viscosity of this like?
Well, you're looking at something that is probably it's 118 proof,
right?
So that's where your beautiful legs are coming from.
Yeah, it's more viscous.
That's really you really pointed that out though. That's the same thing with wine. Like the more legs that something has, the more alcohol that's in it.
The viscosity of it just seems way more viscous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is dangerous. You have a glass of this, and you're not really gonna be wanting to do a whole lot. Well, I mean, some people will.
Now it's funny because I'm kind of getting a mix of that Irish whiskey, but a little bit of floral in here, a tad.
Well, this is from our distillery in Lexington. So this is nothing has to do with Irish. I just brought this as a special.
It's not. Okay.
This is our single malt whiskey from
just
Lexington.
whiskey.
Yeah, I brought y'all something. All right. Yeah, I brought y'all a special.
Is there a sweetness?
Yes.
There is. Yes, there is a little bit of a sweetness.
It's like a date almost.
That's what it is. It's not so much floral as it is sweetness.
He had it right though. It's like a date. It's like a date smell, or maybe raisin.
It's fruity.
It's a fruity date. Yeah. It's definitely fruity, but it has it almost sugary sweetness to it. But
vivacious.
Wow.
Gloria.
Was that Glenn Luke?
Gloria Traylor?
That's my mom. Hey,
Your
Mom.
mom said
Hey, Mom.
KMA is the only place where drinking on the job is allowed.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
Wow.
We'll happily accept that. All right, with that, we'll see this week who belongs in a cigar insane asylum.
That's fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
Oh no, we're still. Oh yeah, we're still here.
Welcome to the Cigar Asylum,
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
We all go a little mad sometimes.
where logic and reason cease to exist.
This is some winner.
My mom said
this is a big winner right here.
I'm
whatever we're
loving this.
drinking, this is solid. So I'll breeze through this insane asylum brought to you by the fine folks of CLE and Asylum Cigars. This week's inductee gives a new meaning to the term carpool. A father and daughter from Okaloosa County, Florida, ended up taking an unexpected dip in the pool this week. The sheriff's office said the woman thought she put the car into park. When she ran back to her apartment to grab money, she forgot before going grocery shopping. Apparently, she was mistaken. While she ran in to grab her cash, her Honda Civic ended up rolling into the pool at the apartment complex with the woman's husband and daughter inside. Now, I don't understand this. How are they inside and allow the car to roll all the way into the pool?
I mean, dude, if you're the husband, why don't you grab the parking brake?
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Right.
that's all you
And
gotta
it's a Civic, so there's a handbrake.
Exactly.
The
There's a
vehicle was fully submerged in the pool. Both father and daughter were able to jump out of the car safely before it touched down at the bottom of the pool. Fortunately, no one was going for a swim at the time of the incident either. Congratulations, Forgetful Mom. You are this week's inductee into the Cigar
And if I may,
Insane Asylum.
Which gives me brings me to the next point. Don't do meth.
Yeah, that's some weak stuff right there, man.
Yeah.
Meth or flocka.
I can't imagine the pool is like 10 feet in front of her parking space. So the fact that a father and a husband or a daughter in the car would allow it to roll that far.
If you
to
look
get
at the
it, get
pictures
it.
that we'll post with
Yes.
it, there's a big gate around the pool. But you're right. It has to be at least 30 to 50
That's what I'm
feet
saying.
away.
Idiots. They're like,
so they were just sitting in the car while it was rolling.
Oh my God, the car is moving.
I love
think we're going to go in the pool. Oh my God. Oh my God. What do we do? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
It's been a great show. We hope you enjoyed every part of it. Thanks to Jamie.
Lou Rothman next
Thanks
week.
to Jose Cala. Lou Rothman next week.
Cheers.
It's going to be great.
Cheers.
Prost, everybody. Drink
Prost.
up. Till next week, and as always, keep it lit.
Paul the producer, the best we could afford.
Dear little buttercup, sweet little buttercup, my little buttercup, I love you.
Paul the producer. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.